Hi, welcome to Optum Community Center. I'm Colette Norton. Today we have Jason Pullen, certified personal trainer. Jason will take you through a strength and mobility workout using a medicine ball. I hope you enjoyed this workout as much as I did when I took it.
Circuit training is a type of workout that involves going through a series or circuit of exercises that targets different muscle groups. Upon completion of the exercises, you take a rest at the end. A full circuit training routine generally consists of 3 rounds of a completed circuit. Medicine balls are a good way to add resistance and variety to your exercises. Medicine balls are fun, low risk, low impact, and versatile. For the purpose of this video, we will do 1 round of a circuit training routine with the use of a medicine ball. If you don't have a medicine ball, you can also use any medium-sized ball, such as a basketball or a volleyball. Before we engage in exercise, we always want to warm up first. Let's go ahead and stand with our feet shoulder width apart. We're gonna raise our arms up parallel to the ground. We're gonna begin making small circles with our hands. We're using our muscles here to move our arms, and we're not relying on momentum to swing our arms around. You can gradually begin to increase the size of your circles to take those shoulder joints through the full range of motion. I'll turn sideways here for a minute so you guys can take a look at my posture. Notice how I'm keeping my ears over my shoulders. I'm not jutting my head forward like this, and I'm not slouching my shoulders. Okay, so here we're gonna go ahead and reverse and go in the opposite direction. Again, we're not using momentum, we are using our muscles to take us through the full range of motion. All right, so next we're gonna do some knee raises. So we'll start with our right knee and we're gonna raise it up. Bring that knee up as high as you can, trying to touch your chest if you can. If you wanna add your hands with it to bring it even further to your chest, do that also. You wanna make sure you stay balanced while performing this warm-up. This warm-up is also very good because it loosens up the hips, but it also loosens up the lower back. I'll turn sideways here again so you guys can check my posture. Notice how I'm maintaining a neutral spine while I'm performing these. The best way to ensure you're maintaining a neutral spine is you always want to engage your core, meaning you want to squeeze your abs, and you also want to keep your shoulders back and down. If you do those, you'll be in a good position to keep that spine in a neutral position. Okay, we're gonna do a few more of these and then we're gonna move on to our next warm-up. Okay? So on this next warm-up, we're gonna place our feet shoulder width apart. We're gonna place our hands on our hips and we're gonna begin moving through the pelvis, making a circle. I want you to move your pelvis and I want you to tilt it in all directions, really loosening up the lower back, the glutes, as well as the hip flexors. So we'll stop and then we'll go in the opposite direction. And when you do this, I want you to make sure that you keep your head over your feet and try to avoid leaning forward. And stop. So now we're gonna go ahead and get into our circuit training routine. Go ahead and grab your ball. What we'll do is we're gonna stand with our feet shoulder width apart. We're gonna extend our arms out in front of us, chest level, and I want you to squeeze the ball as you're doing this, really engaging your chest muscles. I want a slight bend in the knees, and I want you to brace your core. We're gonna begin making the figure 8 in the air. With this movement, 1 completed 8 is a repetition. This exercise is great because not only does it strengthen the upper body, but it also helps strengthen the core too because you're forced to stabilize that position. And we'll do a few more of these. And 1, and stop. We're going to do a chest pass. If you have a partner at home, you can use your partner. If not, you can either toss the ball in the air to yourself, or you can toss it against a wall. I have the benefit of having a partner, so I'm going to ask my partner to join me now. Okay. We're going to face each other. Our hips are squared and in line with one another. We're going to be about 6 to 8 feet away from one another. You want to put a slight bend in your knees, and either you can do a pass from your chest or you can do a scoop pass. We'll do a scoop pass. And we're going to go back and forth, really trying to stabilize the ball and use our coordination and reflexes, using the muscles of our upper body to control our movements. If you want to add a little bit of difficulty to this exercise, you can also add in a squat in between the passes, or you can do it the basic way. We'll do a few more of these, and then we'll stop. And stop. So for our next exercise, we will do side lunges. Side lunges are great because they strengthen your adductor muscles. They also help with lateral mobility. What I want you to do is stand with your feet shoulder width apart, bring the ball to your chest, and we're gonna step to the side, bending at the knees and hips, and we're gonna bring the ball out to the floor. We're gonna come back up to our central position, bringing the ball to our chest, and then repeating on the other side. Both sides equals 1 full repetition. If going down this low proves to be too difficult for you, when you step to the side, you can just bring the ball to your hips and then come back up center and then repeat on the other side. When you're performing this exercise, make sure you're being conscious of your back position. We want to try to make sure we're maintaining our neutral spine position in all of these dynamic movements. This is a good functional exercise because it kind of helps you do everyday tasks a little bit better. Picking up things around the house. So we'll do a few more of these. You can really start to feel your heart rate being elevated. And then last one, and stop. So for this next exercise, we will do partner twist, and I will utilize the help of my partner, if you'd like to join me. When you have your partner, you want to stand back to back with one another. We're gonna put a slight bend in our knees. We're going to brace our core by squeezing in our abs. We're gonna hold the ball about 6 to 8 inches in front of us, and then we're gonna rotate through the upper portion of our spine and hand the ball to our partner, and then swing around and get it on the opposite side. Making sure when you're performing this exercise to keep your spine in a very neutral position. We don't want any slouching or arching. You also want to make sure you're aware of your hip position. We want to keep our hips as square as we can so that we're really using our back muscles and abs to perform this exercise. So from here, we'll just change and go in the opposite direction. If you want to add a little difficulty to this exercise, you can also extend the ball out further. It forces your abs to stabilize you much more. And we'll do about 3 more of these, and then we will move to our next workout. Last one. And stop. For our next exercise, we're going to move into our squats. Squats are one of the foundational exercises that you can perform because it really strengthens the entire lower body. So what we'll do is we'll get into a stance where our feet are hip width apart. You can even go a little wider so you can make sure you can sink down deep into your squats. We're gonna bring the ball up to our chest. We're going to bend at the hips and dig deep into our squat. We're gonna push up through our heels and squeeze our glutes upon rising. And we'll do it again. If you lack ankle mobility or balance, we can also do these at a chair, and we can sink down and have a seat in our chair and then raise back up slowly, still squeezing our glutes at the top. If you would like to add a little bit more difficulty to this exercise, you can squat, and then when you raise, you can bring the ball overhead, bring it back to your chest, and then squat again. Again, as with all of these compound movements, we want to make sure that we are keeping our spine in a neutral position by bracing our core and keeping our shoulders back and down. So we'll do a few more of these squats, and then we'll move to our next exercise. Breathing out on the way up, breathing in on the way down. Exhale, inhale, exhale, and one more, and stop. So for this next exercise, we will perform knee lifts with the use of a ball. For some who may have difficulty performing it standing, we can do this in a seated position. You want to sit on the edge of your chair in an upright position, fully extend the ball in front of you, and we'll raise one leg at a time, really squeezing the top of your thighs when you raise your foot up. You can also add in overhead raise as well. For those who want to add a little bit more difficulty to it, go ahead and stand upright, bring the ball, extend the ball out in front of you, chest level, and then we'll raise one knee at a time, really focusing on staying balanced, engaging our core, keeping our shoulders in a down position. And for those who are very athletic and would like to take it one step further, you can also do an overhead raise while standing as well. And this is really a full body exercise. You'll feel your heart rate increasing rapidly while performing this exercise. Making sure you're breathing consistently and rhythmically. You don't want to get caught holding your breath. And we'll do 3 more. And stop. When you perform this circuit training routine, when you perform the exercises, you generally want to give yourself between 30 and 45 seconds to do the exercise, and then take a 15 to 30 second break in between. And then you can repeat the entire circuit for as many rounds as you would like. Make sure you turn into Optum Virtual Community Center for more classes and health tips.